Hey there, it's Gregson. Welcome back to Shifting Lanes. In today's video, we are going to talk about the KIA Carnival and what you need to know about this hot new minivan before you research it, compare it to others in its class, or buy it. And even if you're not in the market for one, stick around and watch all the way to the end because there's some interesting information I found when researching for this video that you may have never known before. In this video, we'll be going over what to look for on Carnivals, both new and old, which means we'll also be talking about the Kia Sedona, since up until this year, that's what Kia's minivan was called here in the US. I'll show you guys some things like common issues with older models, any major service bulletins, any major recalls, reliability ratings, and what's new for 2022 versus the 2021 model year. And if you're here because of this video, consider watching our other content as well. We make tons of videos at Shifting Lanes on new car reviews, other what to know videos, consumer advice recommendations, and automotive news. If you'd like to see any of those, check the description below for playlists of everything we do, or click the card above for a hand-picked video for you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed it or found it informative in any way. Before we get into it, I want to hear from you. Do you like the Carnival? Are you in the market to buy one? Do you own one and love it? Do you own one and hate it? Leave a comment about anything you think about the Carnival as you watch. I'm curious to hear what you, the community, has to say about it. The Carnival may sound like a completely new vehicle, but if you're in the market for a minivan now or have owned one in the last 15 to 20 years, you undoubtedly know the Kia Sedona. Truth is, the Carnival is just really the Sedona, but fully redesigned and renamed. The name Carnival is what Kia called this vehicle everywhere else in the world, so they just changed the name from Sedona to Carnival for the US market. If they didn't, this would just be a redesigned Sedona, so to make it more globally consistent, it made sense to change the name. That being said, the Carnival is a complete redesign compared to the 2021 Sedona, and we'll get into that a bit later. The minivan market as a whole has seen a downturn since the golden era of minivans in the 90s and early 2000s. However, people with 2 to 3 kids or people that just need a lot of cargo space still shop for and buy minivans a lot. Because there are less offerings now due to the SUV revolution, the minivan class is hugely competitive and manufacturers are always looking to differentiate themselves with cool features, new tech, or unique offerings that can only be found on their models. A great example of this is the Toyota Sienna, which Hansen has done a review on, and if you'd like to watch that, you can click the card above right now. The Sienna really differentiates itself by having a hybrid powertrain and getting far better MPG than really any other minivan out there. In contrast, the Carnival is the most powerful minivan you can buy, so all minivans have their ups and downs. And like many cars, the downs do happen to all models. With that in mind, let's talk about some common issues with the Carnival, as that's what many buyers first search is when shopping for a car. Obviously, the Carnival is new and there aren't really many problems listed online that I could find as of yet. So if you're shopping for a Carnival, a 2021 or older Sedona may be a great place to look if you're looking for a deal. The following information will be hugely helpful and could still be relevant to many Carnival buyers. CarComplaints.com is a great resource when looking at complaints and overall issues, and the top 3 issues they list for the Sedona are alternator broke on the 2002 Sedona with an average cost to fix of $1,000 and an average mileage of 59,000 miles. Next is premature brake / rotor wear on the 2005 Sedona with an average cost to fix of $2,500 and an average mileage of 8,000 miles. Lastly, we have battery died on the 2015 Sedona with an average cost to fix of not applicable at an average mileage of 3,000 miles. When a not applicable price is shown on sites like these, that just means there's not a fix for this yet. So when that becomes available, if there is one, that price will be shown here on the website. It's likely there's no fix or price yet because 1, Kia hasn't had enough of these problems to find a fix, or 2, they may have decided to ignore the problem because there are so few reports of it happening. Other problems noted by consumers on the Sedona range from exterior accessory problems, lights problems, drivetrain issues, and lights issues, among others. Next, let's talk about the technical service bulletins, or TSBs, for the Carnival. If you didn't know, a TSB is a communication from the manufacturer, like Kia, that document recommended procedures for repairing vehicles, and they happen when there are several occurrences of an unanticipated problem. For example, if consumers keep reporting that their doors won't lock because a wire in the door is known to disconnect, and it's happening across many different shops or dealers, the manufacturer will look into it, and if there's a fix, issue a TSB so that if it happens again, the fix is easily understood understood and rectified. The manufacturer may also find fixes proactively and issue a TSB if the fix does not require a recall. For the Carnival and the Sedona, you may be surprised to learn that there are hundreds of TSBs listed for both models combined. However, it's important to remember that this isn't necessarily a standard for reliability. Almost all cars have tons of TSBs for each year they are produced, so take this into consideration when doing your research. I won't go into all of the TSBs they list, but if you're more DIY inclined, it's worth poking around in the TSBs should you find something wrong with your vehicle and want to fix it yourself, especially if you have an older model. You may find a TSB with the fix you need and could save yourself hundreds if not thousands in repair costs with the right know-how. You can find TSBs listed on sites like Car Complaints, as TSBs need to be public knowledge by law. But I will mention that if you find something wrong, ask the dealer first if you own a newer model or the brand new 2022 Carnival, as you'll likely have a warranty that should cover you for almost anything. On that note, let's talk about any active recalls the Carnival has. You can find these as well as other complaints, manufacturer communications, and investigation information at the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA for short. Currently, the Carnival only has one recall associated with it. That is, fuel rail tube may leak. A damaged fuel rail tube may leak fuel, increasing the risk of a fire. Kia's fix for this is to notify owners, and dealers will inspect and, if necessary, replace the multi-port injection fuel rail free of charge. Recalls are hugely important to keep up on in your vehicle. If you have a Carnival, be sure to contact your dealer about this issue and get it resolved as soon as possible. It's important to note that the Sedona has many recalls for almost all model years, so if you're looking to purchase one, be sure the recalls are up to date. If not, take your car into the dealer and have them do the work. It will all be free and your minivan will be a much safer vehicle because of it. Now, let's talk about overall reliability. Consumer Reports does not have a ranking for the Carnival right now, as they are still testing it and it's a brand new vehicle. It's worth noting that the 2021 Sedona got 4th place out of 7 mid-sized minivans. Consumer Reports gave it a score of 61 out of 100 with an 80 out of 100 on road test score. Car and Driver, however, does have a ranking for the Carnival, and they put it second among current minivans, coming only behind the Chrysler Pacifica. Reliability on minivans is pretty good on the whole. The Sedona has been a long-time favorite for many buyers, but the new Carnival is looking to up the ante in many ways. Regardless of how reliable the Carnival will be over time, Kia's fantastic warranty here in the US should put your mind a bit at ease if you're looking to buy one. Now, onto the Carnival as a whole, because it's a brand new vehicle for Kia that they hope to sell a ton of. And what everyone really needs to know about the Carnival is that it's a perfectly competent minivan and that it should be 100% on your list to look at or buy, because it's one of the more exciting minivans out there right now. It is, however, easily the best looking minivan right now, at least in my opinion. With that said, just about everything on this minivan is new since it's a redesign. The aforementioned styling is new, with a more SUV-like design as opposed to the more rounded traditional minivan look and feel. The Carnival will be offered in 4 trim levels, starting with the more basic LX and going all the way up to the SX Prestige. The EX trim, however, looks to be the best balance for both features and price, but still look at them all because features will be different between the trims. The EX comes with a power-operated rear liftgate, an in-cabin intercom, and a voice control system that allows rear seat passengers to tell the Carnival's infotainment system what to do, a really cool feature you don't find in basically any other car. On the engine front, the 2022 Carnival is powered by a 3.5-liter V6, putting out 290 horsepower, and that has made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. There is no all-wheel drive on the Carnival, and it will only be offered as a front-wheel drive model. With this power and drivetrain, Kia says the Carnival can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Now, my wife and I recently test drove a Carnival, and I can confirm it feels quite quick for what a minivan is. Car and Driver claims a 0 to 60 time of 7 seconds on their test track, which is not bad for such a big car. It rides smooth and drives, well, just like a minivan should. Large, but with a car-like feel. There's tons of body roll, and the steering doesn't provide you with much feedback, but you're not going to be racing your Carnival. If you do, which you shouldn't, just know that you will have the most power in any minivan in this class on the market. You can expect fuel economy ratings of 19 mpg city, 26 mpg highway, and 22 mpg combined. The Carnival also has new features and technology which surprised me when I drove it. While a smaller 8-inch infotainment screen is standard, 2 12.3-inch displays that stretch across 2/3 of the dashboard are optional. The driver's side is a fully digital instrument cluster, and the other is the infotainment screen. It's very reminiscent of how Mercedes do their infotainment displays. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard. Buyers will also get 9 USB ports throughout the Carnival's cabin, including in the seats, a rear seat entertainment system that is standard on the SX trim and up, and a 12-speaker Bose sound system on the top of the line SX Prestige trim. And on that trim, you'll also find leather upholstery along with reclining second row captain's chairs, which feature pop-up footrests, a feature you basically never see in minivans. Finally, a panoramic sunroof is also optional. And of course, this is a minivan, so you're going to have a ton of storage. In the trunk, you'll find ample storage behind the last row of seats, but if you fold all the seats down, it's pretty cavernous, so you can fit basically whatever you want in there. And if safety is a concern for you, which it should be, then it's good to know Kia is offering a ton of driver assistance features, including lane keeping assist, automatic high beam lights, blind spot monitoring, standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and optional adaptive cruise control. Lastly, with all this being said, do we recommend you go in to buy the Kia Carnival if you've made the decision to purchase? That answer is a yes, and if you're not looking at one in this class, you shouldn't be shopping for minivans, because in this class, it's really about personal preference more than anything, so not driving one because of brand loyalty or badge snobbery is the complete wrong decision. You have to get in these things, and all of them, drive them, play around with them, and see what features they offer to suit your needs the best. Also, back on the reliability front, it really isn't an issue with the Kias because their quality has increased dramatically in recent years, and Kia also has an insanely good warranty of 10 years and 100,000 miles on the powertrain and 60,000 miles on the limited warranty. So if problems do crop up, you're going to be covered. The Carnival overall is a capable, hot new minivan that's getting critical acclaim, and you should absolutely go check it out if you're in the market. I hope that this video does help you in making your buying decision a bit easier or has made you a better informed owner. If you want to follow us outside of YouTube, you can find us at Shifting Lanes on Facebook and Instagram, where we post about the cars we review, our personal cars, and industry news and adventures. Again, my name is Gregson. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time.